So hey Devin. Yeah, I got pictures of you in here. So, a little dizzy right now, a little hot. So, we're gonna do some anatomy. This is just a few things that you can experience. So one minute you see me pretty big, and the next minute you see me pretty small. Everybody thinks it's because you're sitting down too long. That is a possibility and a probable cause for some of the things that we incurred, probably not only in the US, but over there. That's why the veterans are seeing a little bit different. They're seeing a little bit more because they got bigger health care. So here we got two things called lungs, right? And in here we got all these little neuros that are triggering off. Well, down here, somewhere early stage in life, I had something called walking pneumonia. And that normally affects something down here. Well, these nerves trigger things kind of here. This is the way your lungs feel most of the time. So the only thing that smoking has done for me is help reduce pain. Now, in here, we got a couple things called muscles. If this fucking thing even works. Nope, don't even work. So, right here, there's a lot of muscle problem. Lots of, especially right underneath the tip. Not only do we have that, we have right back here, some joint pain. We got nerve endings. We go here. When you're stressed out or heat stress affects you, this is one thing that they had in Iraq. Well, shoots up about center of your arm, all the way up. And then it actually contracts right down in between these fingers here. But occasionally you get a little bit of problem up here. This is my right hand right here. So, you get some joint pain here, a lot more back here, and then you get a pretty hot, flashy feeling on the back, right around here, and it goes up, and it kind of veers out this way, and then, yes, of course, it increases down there. Down on the buttocks, you got a slimy or rashy feeling. On the head, this doesn't take much damage going on here, but you can see my head hangs out right around there. So most of these guys are over there sitting about being on the back of the bus. Joint pain in your legs, you probably feel it around here on the joint. Tendonitis areas like right around here where the muscles underneath the kneecap. You'll feel it definitely in your legs. Too much rest, too much exercise, too much heat stress. So those are the things that you feel. And I'm just feeling in both. Of course the pain doesn't go any much further but down to your toes. So here's a pretty good area. I'm feeling it right there where the arch is. So it's anything from shoes. Of course, I've got some soreness right here from the way my feet rub trying to walk. And of course, you feel various levels. You probably only feel 3 of those nerves: the big toe, the top, and the bottom. You'll feel a little bit of soreness right here on the side every now and then. before, I had something called like shin splints. Just not really a cracked bone, but it feels very bad, and it sits on the back of your heel. That was before 9/11. The hips didn't lie. They were already there. I had that right there. And right there. A little bit. Not real bad. But they hurt. Of course, when your stress level goes up, or the heat index goes up, you have something right here. Feels like stomach cramps. And yes, it does circulate down here. Here, this isn't too bad. You'll get some stiffness during heat, like having a stroke or some swelling sensation. Down on the buttocks, something very similar to chlamydia, syphilis, stuff like that. So, I was supposed to get oxygen tanks 3 years ago. Never got oxygen tanks. So I'm stuck to smoking all the time. Everybody else says it's a fire hazard. I've been through a fire. So, where's my oxygen tanks? Where's my food? I don't have no food because I get a very bad chemical taste of the food most of the time. Yes, I'm having to deal with my mom on top of it. Yes, she's got some strenuous circumstances. Very psychosis, natural psychosis. A psychosis probably not otherwise specified. Probably created by a psychotic break or postpartum depression. I keep saying that. But this kind of things happen to some people in business to begin with. So, but when you have this and the extremities are kind of like a tree, you got a family tree, right? And there's somebody at the top, that's your oldest living relative, sometimes your oldest deceased relative, depending on how your family tree breaks down. Well, that's the same thing, but in there, the roots only extend out to the limbs. So, if you were to look at this at a tree level, it would be something very similar to kind of how the human body works, except you're missing some organs. And of course, they've got tissues too, and cells and all that other stuff. But that's kind of how it works out. So, you can see a little bit of psychosis, a little bit from drinking and stuff like that, but everybody keeps blaming it. It's all on the alcohol. It's all on the cigarettes. I didn't start smoking until I was 21. If I had a hit of cigarette, it was pretty mild. If I was around a cigarette smoker, it was pretty mild. I always, excuse myself for whatever too. But those are the things that I am feeling and going through. So, up here, if you're gonna have a lot of pain, I don't have headaches too bad, but I could feel the throbbing sensation, kind of like maybe a blood clot. And every once in a great while, I'll get some temporal problems and stuff like that. So, myth, theory, and fact. Fact is, I am a U.S. Navy veteran. Theory, yes, they're going to have some struggles. Some of it's going to be psychological. Myth, if I die, somebody will get all sorts of money for the rest of their lives. Yep, that's kind of happening in life. It's a theory. Somebody might run off with it. Somebody's already run off with it, and I'm still fucking living. Today's June 7th, 2018, and somebody's already run off with my cash. Well, it's deposited somewhere. So, anyways, not getting it too much either. So, mine has to go through Treasury. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And then it has to be on the card because they got to see how much cash I'm using and how much this I'm using, and sometimes it requires checks. Everybody says that's my dad's theory. No, that's the government's theory. They need some sort of record. Yes, there's an itemized thing, but they want to know how much cash I'm using as to how much card I'm using, so that all these references are about the same. But when the check ends up missing and I have to report it to the Treasury, it doesn't help me out any. So it doesn't help other veterans out. It doesn't help people around the Maryland area. It doesn't help 8 states around New York. Yes, there are people looking at losing their jobs, honestly. There are people looking at completely losing their check. But if mine's rolling through and it's going this way and that way and all sorts of ways, and there's no defined purpose, it doesn't work out very well. So that's kind of where I'm standing. Neighbor dropped me off a little bit of fruit. I ate too much. Had me a bowl of stew. Had me a steak the day before. Some bowl of cereal the day before. My body never really accepted milk. Yep, there's some gastrointestinal problems here and there. Ulcers. Bleeding hemorrhoids. Which the hemorrhoids are probably caused by something either stress related or, yeah, you got it, the other stuff. So, anyways, I will talk to you later. June 6th, June 7th. So, anyways, let's see, what do we got? June 7th, 2018. Time frame, approximately 8:27 via Spectrum, Central Standard Time. Have a great day. If you wanted to see a couple of those, it's right in here. There's some of my feet. That one's pretty bad. This happens up in here a little bit once in a great while too, especially the muscle stiffness. These get so stiff they don't move. Resting too long, no motion. Of course, something pretty close to a fucking hemorrhoid. The pain in the legs waking up in the morning. And this one is in service down here from the heel up. See right there? See where that muscle just popped out? That's what happens when the muscle gets stiff. They say it's not enough water, not enough fluids. I drink a lot of coffee, but then I don't drink enough coffee and the brain falls asleep. So those are the things that I'm always facing. So, see, I just bent over and that muscle's right there is protruding. I don't know how to do this very well. Somewhere kind of sits like that. That's just the one side going off. This one's still pretty loose. These are the lungs filled with fluid. And some of the tingling sensation you feel it more down here. And gastrointestinal, of course, wraps around in here. And then the nerve endings of the testicles, which you can feel around in here. So, hey, appreciate your show. It'll be on YouTube.